Is it recording?
That's always baby.
Oh my goodness.
I guess I'll call the meeting to order. We have a quorum with Christopher Knoll, Chase Cummings in attendance, trustee Jan Kirk, and our VFD of Marshall Township Fire Chief Jason Lewis.
Here.
Here, present, present.
Jason, after you're done looking at that, maybe we'll have you start off and
Okay.
give us any
The
updates.
funds ought to be coming anytime, right, Jane?
Right,
For our July stuff.
yeah, I just need some kind of, something on paper, like an invoice that tells that you.
Isn't this an invoice?
Oh,
I mean,
oh,
for the-
I
yeah.
thought you were talking about,
No, the
Yeah,
other,
the bill,
yeah, as soon as
yeah.
I get something. I
yeah,
haven't gotten anything on
yes,
that
yes,
yet.
you're correct, it should be, yeah, June, yeah, I like to do it early than later because of getting it cashed and getting the books.
Yeah, I
Yes,
didn't bring a
you are.
pen on.
You're correct, you're correct.
One thing on this, just not a change or anything, but I've been dealing with ISO, trying to get them here to do an audit, and they're telling us because of our water supply within the township, we can't do any better than where we're at currently, as it stands. So they said we had to have agreements with the surrounding areas. I sent them all of our agreements with the surrounding areas because we have them with all of Lawrence County as well as Monroe County Fire District. We have agreements with both of them. And they're telling me now that those don't qualify. And I said, well, send me your guidance or your regulation that states what qualifies or what we have to do. Oh, we don't do that, it's proprietary. I said, that is not right. And I've been through this before. I did it at Olytic, I've helped other people do it, but they have a contractor now that's doing it all. So I'm still in works there. They say the contract or the mutual aid agreements that we have don't qualify because they don't have the governmental entities attached to them. The agreement we have for the county has all the fire chiefs that have signed it, but it doesn't have the governmental entities for each of those areas, and that it requires that to meet their standard. It also has to say automatic, which ours does. That's the first thing they came back with, was it doesn't say automatic dispatch, and I said it does. That's the whole reason for it. And then the Monroe one, because it's just signed by myself and the fire chief of Monroe Fire Protection District, they don't recognize it either because it doesn't have the governmental bodies. So still dealing with that. We're at a point where we're ready to challenge ISO, have them come in, do an audit. We feel like our records, our runs, everything that we've got documented is we're in a position to be better than where we're at. But they've been completely, for a lack of a better term, ridiculous to work with. Because, like I said, they've got a contractor doing it all now, and instead of providing guidance, they're just telling me it's proprietary. And so I'll continue to work that. We are better than a 910 right now. Our only downfall, I feel, is going to be the water department. The water department has a lot of issues that they have not corrected as far as fire hydrants and water supply. But we'll continue to move forward and work there. As far as the current station addition, I don't know if any of you have been up there, but it's coming right along. They did the concrete floor on Monday. They put all the metal inside on Tuesday, I believe. And they're on hold right now. We're waiting for REMC because REMC has to come in and do their part. We had to move the power we're in the process of moving the power from the existing building to the new building, which will be a bigger server, or a bigger service. And then the old building will just connect to the new building. And we had to bury it because of the two buildings. The pole that sits there in the front, we intend to get rid of at some point. But, we have to wait for REMC to come and do their part. Our electrician has done his part. They're supposed to come on Wednesday. When they come do that, then the electrician can come back and do his next part. And then after he does his next part, then Graver could come back and pick up where they left off and finish up. Everything's coming right along. It's went fairly quick once they got started. The only thing we don't have paid for or accounted for within our agreements and within our joint venture here is that the apron for the front of the station. So we've requested quotes, bids out on social media and stuff for that, requesting people to come get bids on doing the concrete on the front that'll take it from the road to the station. We didn't have that accounted for yet. We did everything for the building itself, but we didn't account for that. So we're in the process of receiving quotes. We've received 2, and I have a third that is inbound, and I think we have a 4th coming.
And that is technically a private drive from station to Old 37?
No,
Okay.
that's a county road.
Okay.
It is Fire Barn Lane, it's a county road now.
Okay.
The county actually chip and sealed it last summer, so, not real sure why, but they did chip and seal Fire Barn Lane last summer, so. But yeah, it's a county road now, but our apron would be from the station front to the road, which is concrete in.
Okay.
That's.
But it'll still be usable even without the apron?
That's our plan, is the worst case scenario, we'll gravel it for now and pack it and use it without the apron. Not ideal, of course, with the weight of the fire trucks, but that's our interim plan. Yes, if we need to do that, hopefully we can figure out a way to get that accounted for. But yeah, everything else is on pace, seems to be going well. Took us a lot longer to get them there than we anticipated, but once they got there, they've been
Staying there.
going at it pretty quick.
Yeah,
So
good.
it's coming right along.
Yeah, looks good. It'll match the other building almost identical, other than it's a little bit bigger as far as height and width. It's not as deep, but it's 20 feet wider and probably 6 foot taller. So it'll definitely be an improvement because our big trucks have a struggle now to get in and out of our current structure.
And it holds how many trucks? I mean.
Well, we plan to put 3 in it, plus some other equipment, our UTV, our trailers, stuff like that will go in the new part. And then we'll have adequate space right now we're pretty crowded, we don't have any space really to add storage or anything like that, so this will help relieve some of that burden.
Good.
And at some point may allow us a little bit of space to expand too if we need to, so. I haven't gotten any additional invoices yet. I sent them an email yesterday with a question or 2, but I haven't got a response. But they basically said they won't be back till the electric's done, because the overhead electric now that goes to the current building is in the way of them setting the trusses on the connection between the 2 buildings, so they'll have to wait until we get the electric taken care of to come back and do that. Outside of that, the other building is nearing completion from Graver. We've ordered the overhead doors, openers, stuff like that, and then of course the electrician's engaged too. He's already laid the underground stuff that we need to do to move the power underground. He's just waiting on RMC, which he called me today and said they're supposed to be there on Wednesday. So hopefully we'll pick back up, but probably won't be much done until after that. Yeah, it looks good, it's coming right along.
I didn't realize they hadn't even started yet, so.
2 weeks ago,
2 weeks ago, I was gone all last week, so.
but it went quick. They come in on a Wednesday and poured the footers, and got all that going, and they came in on Friday and had the post set, and I think on the following Monday, Tuesday, they had it all framed up,
Wow,
so.
yeah, they were fast, yeah.
They come with the crew and they
Uh-huh.
don't mess around.
No.
so.
Yeah. So.
Do you want this, or do you want me to take
No, you
this?
can take that.
Okay.
Because I got this copy right here, so no, if you want it, then you can take it.
Okay, I'll take that for our records.
So, you gonna stay for the rest of the meeting?
Anything else you need from me?
Anybody have any questions for Jason?
I don't have anything else. Just appreciate everything you do and
Yeah,
When's
very
your golf
excited for
spring?
the
July 12th.
July 12th is the golf spring, okay.
Yeah.
See that on.
July 12th, it's slow going right now, but it usually picks up the last
Yeah.
30 days or so.
Nobody gets in a hurry, do they?
We're hoping, and it falls on the back end of fair week this year, so we'll see how bad that impacts us.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's our primary fundraiser each year, so we're hoping for a good turnout
Yeah.
and some additional sponsorship, hopefully.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, if you don't need anything else, I'll get out of here and let you guys have your meeting.
thank you, sir.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. And then just send me the invoice for,
Yeah, when they finally decide how they're gonna do it or when they're gonna do it, I'll try to get them to just send us one for the amount that you're gonna pay, and then whatever else they can send us. So
okay, that's fine, yeah, however.
that's the goal,
Okay.
but we'll see how they, or what they wanna do as far as working with us.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, sounds good.
All right, you guys have a good night.
Thank
You
you.
too.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Okay.
Yeah, it really is looking good over there.
Is it? I
Yeah.
can't wait to get up there. I'll go up there tomorrow.
Big, beautiful barn.
Yeah.
The, township residents will be greatly served for a lot of years with that.
Good deal, good deal. The only thing else that I have that you need to talk about is, the cemeteries, Fish Cemetery. Becky Bailey sent me pictures. Sent me pictures, and of course it hadn't been touched.
Right.
I can't believe I haven't heard from Meadows, but I'm
Yeah,
sure it's in
Meadows.
bad shape. No, I'm sure it's in bad shape. He said, I think I told you last meeting that he didn't want to, he wanted to give up the fish and the meadows because he said he didn't even know where it was at. But anyway, he wanted to keep Hopkins, but I told him that would be fine, but we don't.
Does he have Hopkins?
No, Kinser. He has
Yeah,
Kinser. He has Kinser,
Yeah.
yeah. But,
So he's keeping Kinser?
no, he's not.
Oh, okay, so he's
No,
not
he
keeping
wanted
any
to.
of it? Okay.
He wanted to.
Okay.
But, hey, Jason, you're gonna hate races,
No,
right? Oh, yeah?
no, we can't do
You're not
that.
gonna post it though, right? Yeah. I
Yeah,
didn't think this meeting, I thought it was gonna.
well, I know, but we need to figure out how to upload it to YouTube.
Okay, alright. Anyway, I've got a mower for, if it's alright with you guys, a mower for Kinser's. It's the guy that lives right beside of it. Mr. Decker. And he said he would mow it, for $50 a time. And I said, well, that's awful cheap. And he goes, well, his family's buried there. But, I mean, I don't know. He said he didn't wanna make over 600 because he didn't wanna pay taxes.
Didn't want to turn it in.
Didn't wanna turn it in, so.
Yeah.
So I got that one, but I don't know what to do about the other two. Meadows and, Fish. It's in bad shape.
I know Fish is, 'cause
Yeah,
I sent
you've been over there?
well, no, Tanner, that farms all of that, he
Right.
sent pictures, so I sent that to the group with everybody.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
okay.
saw those pictures.
Okay, well, Becky Bailey, they went to put the flags out.
Mhm.
And, so they realized how bad a shape it was in.
Yeah.
So-
Tanner said that when he sprayed the fields for no-till, that he put his sprayer over around the perimeter of the cemetery as much as he could, trying to
Trying to
kill some of it.
Yeah. So, Yeah, I mean, I don't know if we need to go by
They're on my
that,
phone.
or if we, what?
Almost
They're on my
halfway,
phone.
almost halfway through June, I see cancel contracts.
Well, he
Just
never,
like
the
it.
thing about Bob, he never did sign it.
Okay.
Yeah, he was supposed to come 3 times and he never did show up. So I kinda got leery about that and then I had a conversation with him and so.
Well, hey, if there's no contract to cancel.
Yeah, there's not, it's never signed.
Fine with him.
Yeah, so just
Goodness.
go to the next cheapest one.
But you know what I've learned, cheapest isn't always better.
Yeah.
I had to get on the guy that has Bennett and over at Needmore Hopkins, was speaking to his,
Yeah.
and so, then he sent me a picture that,
He called me wanting to know where, I don't remember the exact name of it, it's the one over here in Pinewood. He wanted to know where it was located, so I sent that one to him. Which that one's just done once a year.
once a year, yeah. Trying to see if everything is, so, oh. I'm gonna get the. Oh, it is. Is that what you sent me?
Yes.
25.
Yeah, that's it. So we're looking at fish and meadows.
Fish and things, yes.
Fish, the next cheapest one is JD Enterprises,
He's the one.
that has the majority of the other bids. Meadows, the next cheapest is also JD Enterprises.
So do we hire someone who may not? No.
I mean, it's a,
I mean, it's pretty bad. I don't know if anybody would wanna go over there. I mean, I'm sure it's gonna cost us some money to get it.
fish is gonna take some money
Yeah,
up front
right.
to get somebody to do it.
Right.
However, these totals are for the year. So our mowing contracts are for April through October, and we're already in June. By the time someone's contacted and gets there to do it, it may be July. So if that's the case, the first several months are gonna be taken off anyways. So I wouldn't even say that these bids are, you know,
Right. So just
this isn't what we would be paying.
July, August, September, October, 4 months, or if we start in July, right?
Right.
4 months. So, that's why I asked you guys, I do need to know what you want me to do about that.
Start working down the list, next items,
Yeah,
Yeah.
the next, see who you can get. and I'm good with that.
Yeah.
'cause-
And JD, I mean, you may call him, he may say that he has, you know, too much work
Enough to
anyways
do,
and
yeah.
can't do it. So, like
where
Chris
was
said,
Martinez on that, Chase? I don't
he
know.
didn't even put in bids,
You didn't even put a bid in for fish?
for fish, but that, he was the highest one.
Well, he went, yeah, see, he's dealt with it before,
But he didn't know it last year.
well, then we're not, yeah, okay.
That was the problem. He's the one that drove through the crops last year and mowed it one time.
Oh, he won't be there, we heard from Parker, did you get that?
So, there's JD for fish, there's JD at 630. D&M Services at 650.
We didn't give him anything, did we?
Darley's Lawn Cuts
Well, that's who does the park.
and American Made Maintenance at 700, and Martinez at 1,155.
See, he didn't want it.
And then,
Bid high.
Meadows, Bobby was awarded that contract at 630. Next cheapest, JD at 1,000.
Wow.
Dairy Price at 1,100. D&M Services at 1,125. Darlage at $11.50, and American Made at $13.50.
So, you want me to call let me call him and see if and ask him how much he'll,
I would call him,
Charges.
well, I mean, I wouldn't ask him, because we know what he's gonna charge, he's already bid it once. So, are his,
Yeah.
where's his bids at?
I don't know if they're in there or not.
Right here.
Okay.
So,
I can imagine
fish
how
was,
bad it's gonna be that first cut.
Oh, it's bad.
fish is once a month
Fish
at $90,
once a month, okay.
at 90.
At 90.
Meadows is once every 3 weeks at 100. So he has Meadows coming out to $1,000 for the year, and he has fish coming out to $630 for the year, which is what we have on here. But since he has it month broke down per mowing, then, you know, based on what's left of the mowing season, we'll know what to charge.
Okay,
But I wouldn't offer these numbers, cause this is for the whole
That's
season.
for the whole season,
Right,
yeah. So if he says no, what do I do? What do I
Go
go
to the
next one?
next one, which would be for fish, the next one is D&M Services at $650, and that's
Okay.
Dakota Terrell.
Okay, I don't know him,
And then for Meadows, after JD Enterprises at 1,000, the next cheapest is Derek Price at 1,100.
but I haven't had so much trouble.
Yeah. Well, I do appreciate you staying on top of this. There's been
Well,
years past that
yeah,
no one knew till
right, well, they'll
it was
start.
too late.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll call him tonight, he'll answer. Do you think those, for fish, that we need to pay a lump sum to get the first time? Instead of, what, $90 a mowing?
Yeah.
I don't think they'll do it for $90.
They'll take one look at how bad it's gotten this year and,
Yeah,
yeah,
so,
they'll probably.
what do you think?
And we'll probably need to, last year when Martinez had the contract, allegedly there was an agreement worked out between him and Tanner, who rents the farm ground all around it. They coordinated times for gates to be open, stuff to be unlocked, so that he could get access to it. So, if JD wants it, if it goes to the next one, whoever gets Fish Cemetery, they need to be made aware of all that, because it's landlocked and can't get to it. There's two, could be 3 gates to go through in order to get to it, 2 pastures and a field of crops.
But they can get to it though, right? I mean, he'll be able to get to it through the land, or through the crops, or the hay, or whatever?
I mean, the first 2 fields he can get through, but the third field that actually surrounds it, where the crops are at, I don't know what that looks like. I mean, you can't see that from the road, so I don't know if, Tanner just planted it and his crops haven't came up yet. I don't know if corn's 2 feet tall, I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
Most stuff's just getting planted, at least that's what I've seen around the airport.
Tanner got his stuff out pretty quick from what I can tell. He's got some corn over by Mount Pleasant that's already pretty tall.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Yeah.
No good.
Farmers are cutting close on for insurance right now. Well, missed the deadline.
Yeah.
And you said Tim was $50 a month?
$50 a mow.
Yes.
So,
Right, okay.
yeah, $50 a mow, so I don't know how often was Fish or not fish, but, yeah, Kinser, how often is Kinser mowed?
I don't know on here.
Oh, it don't say. He's already mowed it twice, he said. So-
Twice a month.
Oh, twice a month, okay. So it'd be $100 a month.
Right.
So, let's see, would be how many months if he starts, like June, July, August, September, October? Well, that'd be $500, right?
Mhm.
So that, I mean, that'd keep him under the 600.
And, if they look at it and see how bad a shape it's in and, you know,
We're talking about fish now, though, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah. So,
whichever one,
yeah, so what do we,
as
what,
long as we're within the years total, then
right,
we've got some money to.
so what will I offer him? What do you think I should offer him to go clean it up the first time? I mean, how much money can we work with?
Well, what was the total budget for mowing?
What was it,
12.
12,000, what did we say?
I don't remember what all of it totaled up to be.
I don't think we was as close as we was last year.
No, not at all.
Yeah, it seems like it was
We
like
have,
maybe 10,000, maybe.
I thought it was just over that, something.
Something around
The
there.
exact number escapes me, but.
Right.
I just stayed up way too late.
Way too late. Watching the Pacers game.
I did follow that.
Yeah. Isn't that neat? That's so neat. Oh, I hope they can win tomorrow night too.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes, sirs, yeah.
You missed me.
There you go, there you go.
Wife keeps blowing up my phone.
Does she want me to get home?
No, she's out doing something.
Oh.
yeah, so we came in at 6780.
Oh,
That's what I thought. We were about half.
oh, really?
Yeah.
So I could offer him what? If he wants to do it.
Well, that was with us going by the cheapest bids. A couple of those were from Green Acres, so we'd have to take those out. And how much?
See how really. He has 1, 2,
Can we say April through October? Is that right? And when do you think he would be starting? Do you think he'd do it once in June, or do you think he would wait till July to get started?
I don't know, Chase, I
I
don't
mean,
know.
we're about halfway through June.
I'm trying to get him out as
Soon,
quick as
yeah,
possible.
yeah, yeah,
We're kind of at his mercy.
yeah. And it's gonna take him a while. And you may not do it, you may not want to do it, so. I think we paid the Martinez $400 maybe, $500 to clean that up last year. It was, I don't know if it's as bad as it was, well, they let it go for 2 or 3 years, I think, and then.
Well, if my math is right, there would be 6 times left to mow meadows.
Cause Meadows is once every 3 weeks.
Right. Fish is once a month, so if he does it in June, then you're looking at 5 months, is that right? Okay. So, he bid fish at 90 per mowing, for 5 times left is $450. Okay. Meadows, he originally did that for 100 for every 3 weeks. For 6 times left, 600. So 600 for meadows and 450 for fish, along with cleanup. And that may be something he wants to go look at before he agrees to it.
Uh-huh,
He may wanna see what kind of job it is.
right, I would.
So if this is what we end up doing, then we'll come up with a total for the year.
Yeah, I mean, my 2 cents, as long as you're within the
Yeah.
total budgeted amount,
Right.
whatever it takes to
And if we
And it
just,
will
get
and it will be,
caught up with it.
right, right. And so
Because,
half of it, yeah, so we will be, I'm sure.
yeah.
So.
$68.50 is the difference, so, or not the difference, but it would be the new total, so you're still well within the budget.
Okay. So my
And
first-
that is still with Kinser going in at the original bid, which will be cheaper now, because Green Acres isn't on it.
So my question is, what I offering?
I don't know, I mean, I'll have to look, I'd say that's a job he's gonna wanna look at.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we'll have to go based
And
off
whatever
what he
he
says.
tells me, okay, whatever he tells me.
I mean, if it's something reasonable,
If it's something.
yeah.
So reasonable would be, in your opinion,
What did you say Martinez
I
was
thought
on
they
here?
did it for either 400 or 500, around in there,
Around
so
400.
we'd be okay with that, I mean, we'd have the, okay.
I've mowed the cemetery up at the airport now 3 times this year, and the first time, it was tall enough, the push mower I was using kept bogging down and dying.
Of course,
And I'd
yeah,
have to
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
clean everything out from under it.
yeah,
Start it up again,
yeah,
bog down and die again.
Yeah.
And it was,
yeah,
so yeah, I can imagine things coming.
uh-huh,
And I can share with you Tanner's phone number.
okay, I
So
think
that
I
way-
had it somewhere, but, yeah.
I don't have, it's on my phone.
Oh, okay, okay,
But I can get that to you, so that way we can get that to Katie.
yeah, okay.
How much memory you got on that phone?
I don't know, that's a good question.
Maybe it'll turn off.
Hmm.
site.
Yeah.
Just kidding, I don't have a good
I
site.
was gonna say, I don't have one, so, okay, anything else that we need to discuss?
I think so.
Anything, oh, Mike did a great job getting that parking lot squared away, so please tell him I said thank you.
Okay, I will tell him, yeah,
After a couple buckets I was moving around and getting
Yeah.
all the big rocks
right,
moved, I was like, yeah, Mike was right. He did power equipment.
oh, yeah.
Next meeting, are we
Um,
doing July?
Yeah.
Okay.
As far as I
think
know, I
it's
mean-
July 3rd,
July 3rd? Yeah.
I think.
It's first Thursday.
Okay.
First Thursday of the month. I mean,
I think it's the 3rd, I don't know, off the top of my head, that's what I have in mind.
Well, that's the day before the 4th, is everybody gonna be around? Do you know of?
I will be, as far as I know.
Don't you know, yeah, I didn't know if anybody goes anywhere anymore, I don't, so the 4th would be on Friday then, if that's on the 3rd, so, yeah. Anything else?
I think so.
I think so, that's all I got.
Okay,
Well, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.